We have 2 people watching. Yay! I'm still trying to set up here. Hang on just a second. Sherry, hi. Hello from Wiley, she says. Hello from Plano, I say. In beautiful Plano, Texas, where it is raining cats and dogs. Have you ever wondered where that saying came from? Let me tell you what I read one time about where that saying came from. Raining cats and dogs. Or wait a minute, maybe I don't need to tell you. Have you ever wondered where that saying came from? It's raining cats and dogs. If you know, tell me out there. Odd. Not sure why, says Mistress Kaylee. Why YouTube recommended you, but I'm going to watch and chat. Well, thank you, Mistress Kaylee. I appreciate it. And Mary, hello from Pennsylvania. I'm 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗿𝗀𝗀 at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano, Texas, and it is raining cats and dogs. And if you know why, tell me why. Otherwise, you're going to have to hear what I learned. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know where I learned it. It's just what I learned about it, and I'll tell you in a little bit. So, are you all sewers? I know Miss Sherry is for sure. I know she's a quilter and a sewer. I am. I love it. That's why I own a quilt store. Who's going to clean up the mess of the cats and dogs? I don't know. Is that what you mean? Raining cats and dogs? Who's going to clean up the mess? I don't know. But you sound like a woman after my heart, because anytime I start seeing a big mess being made and it's like supposed to be a joke on TV, or like my kids when they were little were like, we're going to do all of this. And that was my first question. It was never like, oh, how fun. I wish I could do that. It was always, who's going to clean up that mess? Because I don't want to clean it up. I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I have 11 people watching now. Tell me where you're from. Say hello, hello, so I know that you're here. I have a gorgeous new line to show you. Gorgeous. I have a couple of new patterns to show you. I have some classes this weekend coming up, but I think they might all be sold out. I'm not sure. I think they might be sold out. So anyhow, we are in, now I have to work my computer and the live at the same time. Jenny Miller, hello. I have to work the computer and my live at the same time because Miss Debbie is, I think she's in Nashville, my assistant. I'm not really sure where she is. I think she's in Nashville, but she's not here, and she's my computer girl that does all of this for me. So normally I get to look at the camera the whole time, and now I have to kind of, oops, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, that is what I wanted. And now I have to kind of look at both of them, the camera and the computer, so I can see what we're doing. Today is the last day of April. I cannot even believe it. I cannot believe it. tomorrow is May 1st. That means a staff meeting at 8:30 in the morning. Woo, 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 woo. That also means that the All Texas Shop Hop ends today. I'm sad about that. We've had so much fun with it. And you know what? I am ready to kind of get back to normal business, I want to say. My stock is low. We have been shopped over. Yay, 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 yay. We've been shopped over, but I need product coming in now. And I hadn't been able to have it coming in fast enough for this. There's been lots of shipping delays and just lots of issues with stuff, you know. And so it's taking a while to get here. Just now starting to dribble in, but literally I'm getting fabric, fabric groupings. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm getting them in that were 2, 3, 4 months behind. I know, it's crazy. So tomorrow starts May 1st. We're starting off today with May showers. Demo day tomorrow. No, this weekend we are showing the Scrap Crazy rulers and quilts. This is a great demo day. If you live in the area, you want to come and see that. Okay, Mistress Kaylee. Okay, I like her explanation. Everybody go look at Mistress Kaylee's explanation of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗀. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I like that. I like it. That's not the one I learned, but I like it. Okay, thank you. We were talking about where did the saying, "It's raining cats and dogs" come from. I'll let you know. So the Scrap Crazy rulers and the patterns, these are fabulous because you get to use up your scraps. Do you have scraps at home? You have them all different sizes, right? Yeah. So this is going to allow you to use up scraps. And we love nothing more than to use up scraps. As a matter of fact, let me grab one of the rulers. Hold on. Ouch. Oh, there's a third set of rulers. We don't have them out. We got to get that third set out. Okay, let me show you this. I'm going to switch cameras here. This is where it gets really testy. Okay. Scrap Crazy rulers. This is by Creative Grids. So there's a Scrap Crazy 8, a Scrap Crazy 6, and then there's a Scrap Crazier, which I'm not sure where it is. It might still be in the box. But these rulers, if you haven't used Creative Grids rulers before, you're missing out on all kinds of greatness, because Creative Grid rulers are designed by Creative Grids. Karen Montgomery designed these. And the reason I like them is that it has white markings on there for being able to see. This isn't a good, you see the white markings. This one, you can see it right there. The white markings, white markings, white markings. And the other thing I love about it is Creative Grids rulers has this little grippy. It's like rough. It feels like a nail file all the way around like this. And then they usually have one somewhere else on the back. So it's right here and all the way around. They do this on all their rulers, which is why I like them so much. And usually their markings and stuff are in black and white. So regardless of the color fabric you're using, you can see your markings. Since you're not technically doing any measuring with this, there's no numbers on this, you're just using the ruler, but you're able to see the writing or see the lines on there pretty easily. So you know why they put markings on there? Because what's the number one complaint we always hear when you're cutting with rulers? What does everybody always say? My ruler slips, right? That's what they always say. My ruler slips and it won't stay put. Well, you know what? When you have this little grippy on there like that, hear it? When you have that little grippy on there, it doesn't allow the fabric to move. or your ruler to move, it stays in place. So when you have some fabric like this, look, it's very hard to move, see? And that makes it really nice for cutting on. Anyhow, the Scrap Crazy rulers, for instance, this is going to work with a 10 by 10 inch piece of fabric, which is what? Your layer cakes, right? But you don't have to have 10 inch by 10 inches. You can have any one of these sizes of fabric and use your ruler to cut it. They don't have to all match. If you're going to use your ruler on the 10 inch by 10 inch, this is how they tell you to cut it. You're going to get the A piece right here. See, this is AB. You're going to get the AB piece right here and put it down. Then you have your D piece right here. This is if you're doing it on a 10 by 10. Okay. Then you have your C piece right here. Okay. Got it? I'm sorry, it's got the reflection of the light ring right there. And then, because I love it when you pull double duty with a ruler and you don't have to buy another ruler to make it work. Let me see. How come this isn't? This should line up right there. Okay. Then you get this C piece just like that. And you're able to flip it over right here. Okay. And you take this B piece again that you had before, and now you're going to put it right there. That's cutting line for the template. So where you're cutting with the templates. Can you see it right there? Kind of. And you have one ruler right here, and then the other one goes this way, right? And this one goes, that way. And you've got your 10 by 10 cutting. Now you say, well, my scrap pieces are smaller than a 10 by 10. Okay, I get it, because some of my scrap pieces are small. I can sit here and cut, if I have small pieces, like just say the B section, which is the smaller section right here. If I just have scrap pieces that are the B section, which looks like it's going to be about 6 inches by 3 inches, 6 by 3 right here, then I'm just going to sit down and cut all those 6 by 3 inch scraps. I'm going to cut them all this size and just set them aside, because next time when I get ready to cut, maybe they're a little bit bigger and I can use this one, or maybe they're just all straight ends and I can use this one, which, do you know what this fits? Let me give you a hint. It's 2.5 inches wide. Yeah, you know what that fits, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2 inches wide, 2.5 inches wide. So if I'm using that, I can sit and use all my leftover jelly roll pieces that I have just a little bit left of it and cut that out. Then at some point in the future, I can come back, sew them together in the patterns that are available. There's this pattern on the back of your paper right here. There is placement right here that shows you how to do everything. And I've got more patterns that go with the individual ruler sizes. Okay, go with the individual ruler sizes, and I can sew that all back. I don't have to have a whole 10 inch by 10 inch piece of fabric. I can just have the individual pieces of sizes and then mix them all together. So that is our demo Saturday. Come in, if you live in the area, come in and see it, because it's pretty fantastic. I love it. The same thing happens with the 𝗙𝗃𝗁𝗀𝗀 6, which is this one right here. Same concept where you're using the individual rulers. And this one, none of them have to play double duty. You're getting 4 of them in this ruler. But look, you've got a small one right there. And that small one, that's perfect for all your smaller pieces. And look, here's another picture, another pattern right there on the back side of this. But look, here, this is a little bit smaller pieces. Let me see if I can get this open. Oh, okay. We're moving around the store today because we've got a new pegboard to add on to my purse wall. And I was going to move stuff around yesterday, but Christina here, who is like got the eye for design and furniture layout and decorating, y'all should see her house. She's got the eye for it, and I knew she would get here and know exactly what to do. So she did it like nothing I had planned, and it looks so good. It's gorgeous. So see, look at these small pieces right here. This one is going to measure a little smidge more, like 3 1/8 by 2 1/2. Oh, you know what that means. If it's 2 1/2 this way, that's another jelly roll piece. You can have some pretty small pieces, and then you would use this with your C piece. You don't have to, again, match them all at the same time. You would have it right there. And then it says to take, this is A, we're going to put it right there. And this one, the B is the funky monkey here. We're going to take it like that. Look how pretty it works. It looks so good. It looks so good. Especially when you have it, you can lay out your pattern exactly like this shows you, or with some of the other pattern books I have, it gives you different designs that you can use. It's really cool. So this is 𝗙𝗃𝗁𝗀𝗀 8 and 6, and then there's a 𝗙𝗃𝗁𝗀𝗀𝗀. You know what? I'm all about helping you use up those scraps. I have a little mound of them at home. I don't have tons of them. And no, that's not because I own a quilt store. It's because I just don't tend to keep my scraps. I know it makes people crazy. Quilters, I know it makes them crazy. But I really don't. I don't keep a lot of scraps. I don't have a lot of stash at home. I always say I need to build up stash, but every time I decide I'm going to start building it up, I kind of go like, oh, I don't want all that stuff in my house. Not because I have a quilt store, just because I've never had a lot of stash in my sewing. And ladies, I've sewn for 57 years and I've not kept a stash. Can you believe that? But yeah, I do have a little mound of scraps. It's taken up the corner of my room, my little mound of scraps. So I'm all about helping get these scraps out of my way so I can do something productive with them besides store them. Anybody else with you? So if you are going to be in town on Saturday, stop by the store so you can come in and see what's going on and see what to do with this. The other thing we do is right after that, we have a folded star table topper. This is a really fun class. It's done with Prairie Points. If you live in the area, come take this class. It's fun. And it's fun just to get out with other people. And so it is not a hard class. Very beginner friendly. Very, very beginner friendly. It's using the folded star templates. It's all Prairie Points. So using that, using the template. And yes, I have it from 1 to 4. And yes, we really are done that quickly. It's that fun. We have next week, we have a beginner quilting 101 class. And you know what? That's already full. But we'll be adding another one pretty soon. Next week, I will be at H+H America's in Chicago. Really looking forward to this. This is a craft and sewing related convention in Chicago that started in England, maybe Germany, I think it was, something like that. Anyhow, this is the third year that it comes to the United States, and every year it's been in Chicago, so I guess maybe that's where they're going to stay. I'm not sure yet, but this is the fourth year, not the third year, the fourth year that they have it, and I'm looking forward to it. This is the first time I'm going, and I'll tell you kind of why. When it came out 4 years ago, there were a lot of vendors that I kind of knew but didn't really know. I mean, I kind of knew them in the periphery of the business, right? And they were sending us free tickets to get into H+H Americas. And I was like, okay, that's cool, but I really don't want to travel to Chicago, pay for a hotel room. It's quite expensive to go to these things. The classes themselves are not extraordinarily expensive, and the event itself is not extraordinarily expensive, but when you got to pay for the hotel and the airfare and all the other stuff to go, food, that kind of stuff, that can get expensive, right? So especially for a small business, we don't always have that kind of money to be able to travel, because it can be in the thousands, 1,000 to 2,000 to go do that. So I didn't go to the first one. So there was a little bit of hubbub, and yes, it was really good and very interesting, and they were going to do it again the second year. So they put it on the books for the second year, and of course, a lot of vendors had sent invitations out to store owners and artists or creators, as you might say, to attend, and they gave you a free ticket to get in. Now, to get in, I want to say it's $69, maybe something like that. I could be wrong. Don't take that to heart, but it's something in that price range, I think. And so I thought, well, that's good. But again, I'm not going to travel. I'm not sure what it is, if it's even going to stick. And I don't know what it has to do with me. So I didn't go the second year. Last year was the third year, and it kind of blew up. It was really good. From what I hear, all the other shop owners saying, they were very excited about it. They just said the inspiration and the planning and the projects and the designs were just fabulous. And it also showcases people who do knitting, crochet, needlework. It's an all over handcraft kind of thing. So more than just quilting or sewing, there's a lot of other kind of handcraft in it. It's only open to businesses, to companies. It's not open to the general public. So you can't just go to it. It's like for the industry, it's industry related, and you have to own a business, and then you've got to provide documentation, tax, and blah, 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 all of that to be able to go. But yeah. And so there was even a little bit of chitter chatter, not a lot, but a little bit of chitter chatter that this might start to take the place of one of the big markets that we have for the quilting industry. So there's always the big one in Houston, not festival. I'm not talking about Quilt Festival. That's the one that's open to the public. I'm talking about Quilt Market, which is only open to the industry professionals, right? The owners of stores and designers and so forth. There's one in October. That one's in Houston. That one's always in Houston in October. And then there's always been a spring one, say in May, right around there, that travels around the country. It's a smaller one, not real small, but smaller. And it would be in different places throughout the country, hopefully to be able to have access for the people who didn't travel down to Houston. Say they all live in Canada or Wisconsin, or, you know, and so they'd have one up in Chicago, they'd have one in California, they'd have one in Georgia, you know, like that. They would travel around to convenient areas for them. So they haven't had that one in the last couple of years since COVID happened. They didn't have that. And so there's a little bit of talk that this might be the new spring market. So I'm excited to see. I hope it doesn't replace. I hope it kind of comes together with it and they all work together. But I'm excited to see what it is. I'll let you know maybe from H+H next week, maybe I can do a live from there. I'm not sure, but I'll let you know how that goes because I'm super excited about it. And I think when I get there and start seeing everything, it's going to get me so excited to want to bring things in, right? So that was a long way around to tell you that I won't be here next week, but we will still be open, of course. And we have a class next Saturday, Beginner Quilting 101, which is sold out. However, we will add another one to the calendar just shortly. Then we have the custom sneakers class the following week. That one is sold out. We have a custom sneaker class. We have a Mariner's Compass class. I teach this one. I teach this one, and it's fun. Look up Robin Ruth Designs, and she does some beautiful patterns for Mariner's Compass. Beautiful, beautiful. And I will be teaching that class. We are working on 3 small 14-inch Mariner compasses, and we can put it together in a table runner, or you can save them as blocks for a quilt, which I might do also. Maybe I'll make a mini out of it. Excuse me. Maybe I'll make a mini out of it. But that I'm teaching on a Friday, the 23rd. And then we've got a Blue Onion class, which, if I'm not mistaken, is also sold out. That is coming up on the 24th. And I added an English paper piecing class on Friday, the 30th. In the morning, an English paper piecing class. I have so much inquiry about it. I think people want to come and learn how to do it and do it with somebody in front of them. Yes, you can watch it on YouTube, but it's always so different when you have a person in front of you teaching you, and you can stop, right? You can say, wait, I don't understand this. Or you can go, wait, can you show me again? Or wait, can I get closer to see that? So I'm teaching that class. I love teaching it. It's fun. And then we have Improv 301 at the end of the month, and that will be taught by Bonnie Landon. So we've got some fun classes coming up for May. Now, May does slow down a little bit for our classes, and I kind of do that intentionally because it's graduation month. And so many of our customers are traveling to graduations of children and grandchildren that are, registrations drop, or class enrollments tend to drop off. So I lighten up the load a little bit because teachers typically want to come out when they have a certain number of students. They don't typically come out for one student, although Miss Jenny Miller has been known to do that, but she's one of the exceptions. And depending on the class, I'll do it for one student also. But most of the time, instructors want to come out for a number of people, right? And so if I'm not going to be able to fill those classes, I just have to back off for the month of May only. Then in January, we pick back up. Then we pick back up in January. June, we pick back up in June. So you'll be seeing more stuff coming up pretty soon. So thank you, Mistress Kaylee, on telling us your idea of what Raining Cats and Dogs is. I'll tell you at the end of this video what I learned. I'll tell you what I learned. So you want to see some new fabrics that I got in, or these new patterns I got? I want to show you the patterns first. I do. I want to show you the patterns first. I just had another idea though. Oh my. Okay. I love to do bags and purses, right? And I love to sew with the faux leather, especially the faux leather that comes from Sally Tomato. Now, I carry a lot of Sally Tomato brands and patterns and hardware. I don't carry all of it because, I mean, come on, she's got warehouses, right? I don't have all of it, but I have a lot of it. And she came out with a couple of new patterns that I am really excited about. One of them is called Jenny. I can't say Jenny and Jeannie. No, Jenny and Jenny. They come out the same out of my mouth. Jenny and Jenny. This is Jenny. The backpack, the crossbody. And this is Traveler. And it is also a little crossbody. or a hippie thing, a hip. Let me show you what I mean. So you see, this is the traveler right here. Okay. And it has a little flap fold down where you can put your driver's license and your debit card, something like that. It is going to be a really good size. It only measures 8.5 inches wide by 6 inches high. So it's about the size of that right there, right? To wear. So that's a good size. You can carry stuff around it. You can put your glasses in there. You can put any kind of documentation you might need if you're traveling, passports, that kind of stuff, or stash little foldable bags if you're out doing that. You can wear it around your waist like that is worn around the waist, or you can wear it as a crossbody, or you can wear it just as a sling across your, like a regular purse. It's fun. I got this because I love the strapping on here, and I love the faux leather right there and how this all works. And I want to show you some fabrics that I think will be so much fun to do with this. So this is the traveler bag, traveler purse by Sally Tomato, and we have it in the store now. I have all the hardware for it, and what I'm going to do is bundle all the hardware together, and you can buy it at the same time as the pattern if you want to. And I like to do it like this because I absolutely hate when I go to a store and I buy something like, for instance, this, and then I have to start hunting all over for the pieces. So I got to call one store looking for the zippers and another store looking for the hardware, and they have the hardware, but it's all in gold and I want silver, or they have one piece of it in gold and the rest of it is in black, and I want matching pieces. I mean, I hate having to scrounge it all down. So I bought all the hardware. We're going to group it as a little kit and put it with this pattern. The Jenny is a sling bag with a concealed back zipper pocket and mesh pockets. So this is going to work really, really nice to wear right across your body like this when you are traveling. Can you see that? I don't know if you can, how well you can see that. And you can put your phone in there. It has room for the phone. It has a zip down right there. And then that hidden zipper in the back right there. I like to do that for my money when I'm traveling. And then the main zipper part where you can put other things into it. This is a little bit bigger. Oh, it's the size of a sheet of paper. 8.5 wide by 11 inches tall. So a sheet of paper is what it is. And again, I'm going to do the hardware for this so that we have everything right there together. You can use regular fabric for both of these, or you can use cork. You can use a combination of the cork and the faux leather. Okay, you can use a combination of those. Or you can use the canvas fabric. And I think this one I'm going to do with the canvas fabric. So let me show you some. Let's see. I'm back. So let me show you some of this. Look at this faux leather that came in. I love it. This is called Pebble. The texture is, it's called mustard. The color is mustard. I love mustard, but this is called Pebble. It's got, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a little bit of a texture on top of it. This is alligator right here. You can see these on my website. Just type in faux leather, FAUX, faux leather. Type it in and it'll pull up. Or you can also type in Sally Tomato and it'll pull up. This is faux alligator. And then this one is a light leather. It's thinner than this. So it's a little bit thinner, but it's still very nice to sew with. And all of these look like real leather. Like if I saw this, I would think this is real leather. And I love the red color to this. Now, match that with some of this new fabric that I got in from, let's tell you about it. Let me play my drum roll. Where did I get new fabric from? Can you say AMP? Or is it AMH? Or AMHP? Which one is it? I'm not sure what she goes by now. But if you're any fan of her, you know it just by me saying Anna Maria. I don't even have to say more than that, because if you hear somebody say Anna Maria, you know who we're talking about. Yeah, girl, you do. Her new line that just came out is gorgeous. Gorgeous. This is a line. Hold on, I got to swoop over to it. Hang on. Come on. Okay. I don't want that. Hold on. I'm here. I'm trying to get over to something for you all so that I can show you the link to it. Oh, look. It's called Piecework by Anna Maria. Copy. There is. Remember, here I said I'm going to be. Okay. This is called Piecework. And the reason that it is called Piecework is because every month she's going to be coming out with an additional grouping to go with the grouping she previously released. So the colorways will all work together. I went for this darker, richer colorway. Dark and rich. She has 3 different colorways, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've seen it. Remember, I order all my stuff 6 to 9 months ahead of time, and it was late coming in, so I haven't seen it in a while, but it is yummy, delicious. Yummy, delicious. Yes, that's a word. And look how it's going to go with that gold. This gold right here is this gold right here. Now, you're going to take that and you're going to blend it with this. It's beautiful. Look at that. How pretty. Oh, I got to show you the other one, though. Okay, so that's that one. Hold on. See how easy I get distracted? This is the black background, kind of the little black trellis lines right here. Here it is in blue. Same print, just a blue colorway. Okay, that one goes to blue. Now we're going to take it. See how they all work together? Absolutely gorgeous. I'm in love with this line. We just got it in and I cannot wait. My fingers are itching to play with this. Itching, I tell you. Look at this. A little bit darker. No, different colors. I love that teal blue right there with that light blue and that cherry red, brown, orange, black. So pretty. And look, I don't know how it all matches. She just has magic in her veins. She just makes it all match. Look how they match. They look so beautiful together. Oh my gosh. Yes, this is in the system already. I put the link right there on the camera, on the feed, so you can see it. So you can order it. We've got fat quarters of it and yardage. It didn't come in any pre-cuts that I remember. I'll have to go back and look, but no, I don't think it came with any pre-cuts. Let me show you. It's also beautiful. Look at this. Next one up. I love this. I love it. These little 9 patches. 9 little squares all put together. Here's another one. Now this goes a little bit light, but you know what? It works. You've got the same colors in there. It works. You need that pop right there. You need it in there. So you've got that. Okay, look how nice it looks just with that. They offset each other. I think that's beautiful. Because you have to have a little bit of light and dark. So I've got those two. Then I guess I can still squeeze more in there. I have 3 here. Okay, I'm going to move these over. Little log cabins. Little log cabin. Oh, look. Look, 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 look. These are little log cabins right here. You know what? They look really pretty through the camera. They're pretty in person. I love them in person, but it gives me a different perspective in the camera. I'm looking at it through my phone right now where I'm talking to you all, and it looks really good. So look how nicely that works together, right? Look at these colors. It's got that purple black background right here, and then that really pretty rose and purple background right there. Are y'all loving this as much as I am, or did I lose everybody? Yes, Taylor, you're right. You need it. You do need it, Taylor. You're right. Bonnie, it's gorgeous. It is. It's beautiful. And so I've got these right here. And look at this one right here. Put that right here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. My fingers are itching. My hands are itching. They really want to sit down and work. I don't want to work today. I want to sew. I'm really done. I'm ready to go out and sew and play. Is anybody else feeling my pain? So I've got these 3 little log cabins in 3 different colorways. Let's pull in some little pinwheels. How cute is that? And look, it matches with that, even though it's very light next to it. Look how pretty that matches. Or do you like this one? How do you choose? Or do you like this one? How do you choose? I think I like this one more. I think. But then this one is pretty hunkin' nice. Oh my gosh! Look how pretty. Okay, I need it all. I do. You know what happens to me quite often, and I just saw another pattern sitting on my desk a minute ago that I said, I bet there's not enough fabric for it anymore, is that we get this fabric in and I put it on the floor, and I'm so busy during the day that I don't get a chance to shop, right? Or to go back and play with it. And then when I say, oh, I need to grab that fabric because I wanted to make something out of it for my own personal quilting stash or a blouse or whatever, back for my personal, not for the store sample, for myself, there's none of the fabric left. So what do I have to do? Start calling up all my other quilt store owner friends and go, do you have this fabric? Do you have this fabric? Do you have this fabric? Can I buy it from you? Can I buy it from you? Yeah, because I don't grab it fast enough. This is going to be one of those that I think if I don't grab it fast enough, I'm going to be in trouble. Debbie's there. Hey, Debbie. Debbie, are you in Nashville? I was talking about you earlier. So I think she's in Nashville, but I'm not sure. The Miss World Traveler that she is. So the pinwheels, look how gorgeous those look. Those little pinwheels. Then flying geese. Look at those flying geese. What's not to love about this? You can do flying geese blocks out of flying geese fabric. That would be so cool. I love that. So we can make flying geese blocks out of flying geese fabrics. We can make pinwheel blocks out of pinwheel fabrics. We can make log cabin blocks out of log cabin fabric. Oh, I have such great ideas. No amount of humility do I. I love this. You've got the most gorgeous colors with all of these. And again, look at this. With that gold. How beautiful. With this dark, they call it cherry, but it's like, and it is like a cherry. It's a beautiful deep red color. Look at that. How pretty it looks with all of these. The alligator, if you're feeling a little crunchy, you can do this with alligator, making it very cool. Ooh, look at it with this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. When my kids were little, they would do that. Ooh. Their little lips would make little O sounds. Ooh. It was very funny to me back then. Then look at this. She came out with her little echinacea flower again, or a cone flower. Sometimes she calls it echinacea. Sometimes it's called a cone flower, but a different colorway. This is one of her most popular prints. And whenever it comes out in a new colorway or a new layout, it just sells. It's very popular. This is Anna Maria Horner Perry, or Anna Maria Perry, or Anna Maria Horner. Did you all know that she's now being repped by Northcott Fabric? She's no longer with Free Spirit. Free Spirit is who had her for years and years and years and years. And just recently, in the last year, did she go to Northcott. And needless to say, they're very excited, I'm sure, because her stuff just sells. So pretty. So this is the cone flower. And then look at this one. Now, I'm going to say this is not one of my more favorite prints. I don't get it, because it goes really big when you have all these other little ones. However, look how pretty that is. That's a big print right there. Let me pick it up more. See how big it is? That's a big print. But I think because you have this little knitting background, come down again so you can see it. I have to be the camera person too. So see this little background right there that looks like you knit it, like it's knitted. You've got that texture there and that really pretty design element. Then you've got the large sunflowers right here, which offer a different design element. And you've got leaves right here. So looking at it from just kind of being able to use a lot of pieces, if I don't want to keep it whole, there's a lot of other pieces I can use. I just like the design like this that I can use if I'm going to cut this up smaller. Although if you're going to keep it large, it would certainly be pretty. I also think it would be really pretty as napkins. Don't you? I think doing napkins with this could be really, really, really pretty. It leans itself that way. It looks very summery. They're not white napkins, so it shows all your food. They are beautiful gold. It's a deep, rich gold. And so it's kind of growing on me. You know, I don't have to love everything that comes in the store. I just have to love most of it because I'm the one buying it. And this wasn't like my most favorite one, but I said, okay, I'm going to bite. I'm going to try it because again, you start putting these together and they just look delish. They really do. And look, that gold works with so many different things. Let me see. Ooh, look at that. I love that. Yes. Bonnie, yeah, the flying geese and the pinwheels and the sunflowers would make a lovely apron. They sure would. They would make a very pretty apron. I never think to make that because with me, I get too hot with an apron. So I never think to make, it's very rare that I wear an apron when I'm cooking, only when something I know is going to splash on me because I'm hot with it. So we have those colors right there. What else would this look good with. Oh, oh, ooh, look at it next to that blue. This is just beautiful, beautiful. So this is the newest line we just got in. It's in the system. Yay! You get to see it online. I put a link right there for you. So you should be able to pull it up and look at it and see it right now. So there we go. I've been on here now for how long? I can't tell how long I've been on here. Oh, yep, 50 minutes. That's long enough. I got on a little bit late because I forgot what we were doing. I came in and I got some more pegboards. And like I said, I hadn't arranged anything. I was just going to move a couple of tables. And I left it because I said, if Christina works, I hadn't even checked. She'll get it and she has fairy dust. She sprinkles on everything like this. And then the design comes out gorgeous. So she moves stuff around. Let me show you. That's our purse section. Oh, you're seeing, this is the camera. This is the other camera that I work with right here. But look at the purse section that's getting expanded. See? And we're hanging up all the different faux leathers right over there. So we're hanging up faux leathers. And we've still got zippers. The zippers got moved over there. And you can see we're moving stuff around. And then, so I got distracted with that because it was so pretty. And then I was looking at it and then I, squirrel. Squirrel. And I was looking at it and then Dwana said, don't you have your 1 o'clock to do? And I said, what? Oh my God. So I jumped up and started doing that. So yeah, we started a little bit late today, but that's okay because I still got to play with you. So thank you all so much today for coming to join us. And I said I would tell you where that raining cats and dogs came from. So this is what I learned about the saying, it's raining cats and dogs. I learned that it is an English or kind of Scottish or Welsh, somewhere over there in the UK area, that they have the thatched roofs, right? And typically the roofs were kind of low to the ground and they were a little bit flat. So cats and dogs would sleep on top of the roofs in the hay, in the thatching, to try to stay warm, right? This is not unusual. There's a lot of places still now in today's world, they're called roof dogs. I know in the poorer parts of South America, they're called roof dogs, and they're used as alarms, kind of when a stranger is coming down the neighborhood, the dogs will start barking because they're on the roof and they can see everything. And we think of our roofs being way up high. You have to bring that down, build it on the side of cliffs, build it on the side of indentions, and just bring down the roof, bring down the height of the building and the roof, how low it comes, okay? Don't think like our roofs here in the United States, what we're used to seeing. It's different in other parts of the world. If you've ever had a chance to travel, you would see this, right? And so cats and dogs would sleep on the roof in the thatching, in the hay, so that they could stay warm at night. Well, when it rained and rained and rained and rained, all that thatching would get wet, and what would happen? The cats and dogs would fall through the roof and land in the living room or land in the living area. I don't think they had living rooms. I don't know. Land in the living area. And that's where I've heard the saying, it's raining cats and dogs, comes from. There. And how's that? There's your bit of what do you call it? What do you call it when you know something? Trivia. Here's your bit of trivia for today. The words escape me. Anywho, thank you so much for joining us today. I am 𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗀 at Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas. If you're in the area, come by and visit us. If you're not in the area, visit us online. We have Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We have a awesome website and we mail all over the place, and we do a newsletter only once a week because I'm not organized to get it done anymore or any more often than once a week, because that's the extent of my abilities right there. So I won't flood your emails if you give me your email address. Yay. Thank you for joining us, and I hope we'll see you next week at 1 o'clock, but I'll let you know because I will be in Chicago at H+H, but I'd love to be able to broadcast from there, right? So you could see what's going on. Okay, I'll let you know. See you later. Bye.
I missed where dogs and cats come from.
You did.
Yes, I answered